Hello, welcome to today's video. I hope you are doing well. In this video, I am going to explain the comic Animal Man by Grant Morrison, Chaz Truog, Doug Hazelwood, and Tom Grumet. Before we start to read, I want to share some vocabulary words. So the first word we have is outside. Outside is a place or region away from a building, area, or boundary. Typically or usually when we say outside, that is when you are in a building like this, and then you walk out and leave the building, and then you see the sun, the trees, animals, you can say outside, versus here, I am inside, but if I leave, if I exit, then I will be outside. You can also use it as a boundary, which is how it is used in the text. So for example, you have a city here, and this is the boundary. Anywhere here is outside of the city. So this person is outside of the city boundary. All right, the next word is to scream, which is a loud, high-pitched sound from a person. The best example is for me to actually do it. So to scream is ah! To scream. Usually a scream happens when a person is scared or frightened of a situation. Like if you see a ghost. So if you see a ghost, you might scream, ah! Scream because you are scared. Okay. The next word is to grow. To grow means to increase in physical size, quantity, or ability. To grow can be used in many different contexts. One common context is with plants. So a plant will start off very small, and then it will grow and grow and grow and grow. I will show a picture, image. So yeah, here we have plant seeds, and then it slowly grows bigger, bigger, and bigger. So it grows. The next word is instrument. An instrument is a tool or object used to make music. An example of an instrument is a guitar. When you play the guitar or an instrument, you make music. So instruments are amazing, and yeah, amazing. The last word is smell. To smell. An example could be with a cake. If you are near or close to a cake and you smell, you will be very happy or delighted because it smells good. However, if you are near garbage or trash like this, you might not like it because it stinks. So, to smell. Okay. Now it is time to read. Yeah. All right. So Animal Man. This is Animal Man. Here is a giraffe, a tiger, a rhinoceros, lots of animals. A type of bird, another type of bird. Okay, but let's start to read. Okay, so the first box, we have 10 miles outside the city, the screaming begins in earnest. Quiet at first, like a commotion heard in another room, it grows steadily louder with each step. Okay, and in the image, we have a man or a person. We have some type of paper, maybe it is trash, and a can, which definitely is trash as it is bent. It is bent. You have a car with clouds, and it's the sky here, the sky. So 10 miles. That is a distance. Miles is very similar to kilometers, but in the United States we say miles, and it is a little longer. So if you have kilometers here, this is the distance of a kilometer. A mile is maybe that long in comparison. So outside the city, so remember outside can be when you leave a boundary or a place or region away from a building area or boundary. So I have an example. So we have the city here, and then so this is inside of the city. And then everywhere out here is outside of the city. So 10 miles, the distance, to our current image right here with the man or the person and the car. Okay? All right, next we have quiet at first. So at first means to start, like at the beginning or at the start or at first of this video. I said, hello, welcome to today's video. I hope you are doing well. So at the start. And quiet means, so right now I am talking loud, but right now I am speaking quietly, quiet. If I do not talk and we just listen, it is very quiet. So quiet at first, like a commotion heard. So a commotion is like something like loud, like a disturbance sort of. Like if I do this, you can say that was a commotion. So like a commotion heard, to hear, in the past tense, in another room. So right now I am inside a room. However, I have multiple or other rooms in my house. So it would be a different or another room. It grows steadily louder with each step. So it grows means, let's see, increasing in physical size, quantity, or ability. So, growing. So grows steadily means at a similar pace or rate. So let's see, we can go back to our grow example. This plant grows steadily. So the plant does not go immediately from this seed to this like big plant. Instead, it steadily, one step at a time, steadily grows larger. Steadily. Grows louder with each step. So a step is like he is doing. So when you walk, you take a step, one step, two steps, three steps. I'll show you. So if I walk, one step, two steps, three steps, two step. And in the comic, he is walking, so he is taking steps. Okay, the next image, we have screaming, the monkeys screaming, rattling the bars, hammering the wire mesh, playing their cages like tuneless instruments. So screaming, ah! Screaming. The monkeys screaming, so specifically we have monkeys that are screaming. Rattling the bars, hammering the wire mesh. So you have many monkeys. So imagine or pretend we have a monkey here, and a monkey here. They are banging on the bars. So banging on these bars, so hitting it, and hammering the wire mesh, or so rattling the bars. So rattling would just be moving back and forth, so moving the wires back and forth. Hammering the wire mesh, that is banging or hitting, so hammering. So playing their cages like tuneless instruments. So with the monkeys hitting, hammering, and shaking the wire mesh, it sounds like music, like an instrument. However, he says like tuneless. So tuneless means out of tune. So with my guitar, if I play it now, it is in tune, so it sounds good. However, if I untune it like this, and I play, it does not sound good. It sounds bad because it is tuneless. It is out of tune. So the music or commotion that the monkeys are making or playing with hitting the wire, shaking the wire is very bad. So that is what this means. Alright, the next image says, and the smell, God, the stink of the city, huge and sick, coughing up its guts, voiding its bowels into the rivers, into the seas. So, and the smell, remember, to smell through the nose, God. That is a common saying if something bad happens, like, let's see, if I have my guitar and I accidentally drop it, God, you might say that. but I do not recommend saying it because some people can take offense. So instead, if you drop your guitar, you can say like darn or gosh. Similar, but not as bad. The stink of the city. So remember, stink is if you smell and it is really bad, like garbage or trash. So it's the stink of the city. So our city smells really bad. Next. So huge means really big, grand. And sick. Sick is if you have a headache, a cough, and have to stay in bed and rest because you feel really bad. I can search an image. Sick. So yeah, like her, she is sick. If you're sick, you might need tissues to blow into tissues. And yeah, you have to rest in bed. Rest in bed. Coughing. So coughing, that is coughing up its guts. So our guts are like all around here in our body, and this is a phrase in English, like coughing up its guts. So like you're coughing so much that your guts comes out of you. Voiding its bowels. It's like emptying your bowels. So if you need to use the restroom or go pee or go poop, those are your bowels. And voiding its bowels basically means empty, to release your bowels. Very disgusting. Very disgusting. And oh. Okay. So voiding its bowels into the rivers. So this is a river. So it moves slowly, and it is like this, and it says into the seas. Seas are a bigger body of water. So in a river, it is like a line of water, but in a sea, it is just a huge body of water. Alright, and so he is still walking. Alright, the next image, we have the smell of people squeezed together like grapes in a press, the sour bouquet of sweat, of all the tiny lives that go unnoticed in the belly of the monster. This is a very difficult paragraph or set of sentences. Very difficult. So if you do not understand at first, that is totally fine. So first we have the smell of people. People, like I am a person, he most likely is a person, and that just means multiple persons. So people. The smell of people. Squeeze, so squeeze, or if on here, I squeeze tightly, squeeze, squeeze together. I have image. So together. So these people are squeezed together. So you have together here, or alone, which is me. There are no other people in this room. I am alone. These people are together. Like grapes in a press. So these are grapes in a press. It is a machine that presses. So it presses these grapes, each grape, and most likely will burst. All right, next, the sour bouquet of sweat. So sour is when it does not taste good, in my opinion. Sour, usually you have candy flavored sour, or sour flavored candy. So like these, if you have them, they will taste sour, very sour. And bouquet is like grouped together. Usually you have a bouquet of flowers. Oh. How do you spell bouquet? Yeah, like a bouquet of flowers, like this. Multiple flowers together. All right. And so a bouquet of sweat. So instead of flowers, you have sweat. So sweat is when you work out and then water starts to come off of you. Sweat. So the people who are together, they are sweating. They're sweating. Of all the tiny lives, tiny, very small, tiny lives. So you can say that all of these people, they have their own lives. She has a life, he has a life, he has a different life, he has a different life, she has a different life. So lives, the plural of life. Go unnoticed, so that means you cannot see. So cannot see, unnoticed. You do not notice. If you see something, then you notice it. And the belly, this is the belly. So belly of the monster. Monsters, they are usually very scary, like a werewolf, a vampire. Yeah, werewolf or vampire, like they are monsters. So this is just a phrase or saying, most likely referring or calling the city a monster. So the city is a werewolf or a vampire. It's very like poetic, fancy way of speaking. So next, he had forgotten just how bad it could be. So to forget means to not remember. Like, say, I have school tomorrow to learn, so I need to have my book. So every day I bring my book to school to learn. However, today, when I go to school, I do not have my book. I forgot my book. So to forget. And bad, when something is not good. And so with the way that he says this, he uses the present or the past perfect. He uses the past perfect. So he had forgotten just how bad it could be. For example, this is the past perfect verb tense. So you have the present, so right now, when he is walking, that this is the present or the now. So 15 years ago is on this side, 15 years in the future is over here. So in the past, he knew, he remembered, he knew it was bad. Time passed, and then he forgot how bad it was. So he no longer remembers how bad it was. And so here he does not remember. Here he does remember how bad it was. But in the present, as you can see, he does not remember. All right, the next image is gritting his teeth. Gritting his teeth like this against the pain that pounds on the walls of his skull. The beast wipes blood from his nose. If only the noise would stop, the terrible noise. An orchestra of cages, a head full of screaming monkeys. So gritting his teeth, like this, gritting his teeth against the pain. Pain if you get hit. I have pain if you get cut. Ouch, ow. You have pain. So against the pain that pounds. Pounds is like this, pounds. Against the walls. So in my room, I have multiple walls. I have a wall here, a wall here. But he is talking about the walls in your skull. So this is a skull, and he's saying that these are walls that are pounding. The beast wipes blood from his nose. So the beast is possibly referring or talking about this man. A beast is usually, it is not human, maybe very hairy. I can search a photo. Beast. These are not great examples, but a beast is animal-like. Like here, you can say like this is a beast, a beast. So maybe he is a beast or similar to that picture or image. So wipes blood, so wipe, to wipe, blood, so blood if you get cut, then blood, which is red usually, blood comes out. So blood, wipes blood. So he has a bloody nose, blood is coming out, and he wipes it. If only the noise would stop. So he wants the noise, so what he hears from the city, which are the monkeys screaming, ah! This monkey screaming, the monkeys banging against the cage. He wants that noise that he hears to stop. The terrible noise. So the noise is really bad. An orchestra of cages. So again, he talks about the monkeys as making music. An orchestra is a group that plays music, usually with string instruments. So strings, this is one string, another string. So strung or stringed instruments playing together is an orchestra. So he says the cages, the noise that the cages make is like an orchestra. A head full, so here's your head. Full is if like your whole head contains the noise. Your whole head contains the noise. Usually You can say a full cup. This cup. Okay. But now I filled the cup with water, and now it is full of water. Full of water. Full is spelled F-U-L-L. Full. However, here for head full, we take off the L. There is only one L. And head full, that just refers to the head. The head is full of noise, or the screaming monkeys. All right, the last image, we can see that the location is in San Diego, California. San Diego. Or map. Let's do this. Map of the US. So here is a map of the United States of America. San Diego is around here on the coast of California. All right, so San Diego. Next 7, seven exits. Exit if you drive on a highway or on a road and there's a road that goes off. So you go off of the highway or the road, that is an exit, Next is like the next. So you have this video, which is today on a Thursday, and then tomorrow will be the next video or episode, which will be Friday. So next says, why did we ever come down? Why did we come down out of the trees? So I think he, the possible beast, thinks to himself. So to himself, these two boxes. So he asks, why did we means other people. So me, and let's use an image. Like, yeah, all of these people. So he's referring to himself, me, all of these people. So we. Why did we ever come down? So to come down, so go down like this, down. Why did we? He's still talking about himself and all of these people and me and you. So we come down, remember, come down out of the trees. So with this statement, he is referring to evolution. So here is an image of evolution. It is the idea or the theory that humans or people originally started as monkeys or apes. So first we have an ape or monkey here, and is still a monkey or ape, but he now stands on 2 legs. So 1 leg, 2 legs. Then here you have a caveman probably, and they are more human-like. He has some sort of tool in his hand here. And then we developed or grew into humans here, a human and a human. So evolution is that our species of humans started as monkeys and then grew or developed into the humans that we are today in our current world. So with that statement, so he's wondering why. Let's go back to it. He says, why did we ever come down? Why did we come down out of the trees? So he's saying that we humans were in the trees as monkeys, right? Oh. In the trees as monkeys. And that us coming down, so going down like this, going down and out of the trees means when we did evolution and became humans. So why did evolution happen in the first place? Why did evolution happen? Alright, and that is the last image for today. So, yeah, thank you for watching. In the comment section, I want you to write something that you think smells good. Me, I think that cake smells really good. And I want you to write in the comments your favorite or your preferred instrument. So is it a violin or a trumpet or flute? My favorite instrument is it's out of tune. It is bad. But my favorite instrument is a guitar. Okay. Thank you for watching.